Number 4, if you want things to happen, you have to make them happen. This is the thing about property. If you think that you can just sit at home and it's all going to come to you, if you think you can sit at your kitchen table going through Rightmove for 6 months and you're going to find loads of deals, it ain't going to happen. You've got to get out there, you've got to make things happen. One thing which frustrates me a lot actually, and I don't want to make this into a personal thing, but I just want to say something which is too untoward, but sometimes solicitors who are conveying properties can be quite slow and they don't necessarily do things the way that I'd like them to do it. I find that I have to push solicitors a lot to get things done. That's one of my experiences. But generally speaking, no matter what you're doing, if you don't get involved, generally speaking, my experience is that not a lot happens and it all happens very slowly. So although I'm actually considered to be, I think, sort of quite a calm, level person, when I'm doing stuff, I can actually be quite naggy. I've learned how to do it in quite a nice, soft, unassuming way now, but if anybody realises and they thought about it, they think, oh, he was nagging me, because I was saying, let's get on with it. And so often, things have only happened because I've made them happen. For example, one of the properties which I'm selling at the moment, this is a crazy one, this is a problem thing. I discovered a few months ago, buyers lined up, buyers doing searches, signed the contracts, waiting for it all to happen, all this kind of stuff. Anyway, word comes back from my solicitor. The buyer's solicitor won't do anything because they've just discovered a lifetime tenancy on the title deeds. I thought, what? So I got the title deeds out, and there, last paragraph. Don't know why I didn't notice it 7 years ago. I suppose I just let the solicitors get on with it. Anyway, there's this lifetime tenancy on the title deed to a lady called Margaret. And I thought, well, I've owned the property for 7 years. I've never seen Margaret. We worked out that Margaret was actually a relative of the person who sold me the property. And I remember that it was a probate at the time. Margaret had died. Margaret actually died 3 years before I bought the property, and I've owned the property since 2015. So 10 years now she's dead. Does she need her lifetime tenancy? No. So my solicitor, I thought, well, that would be straightforward. She's dead. My solicitor says, oh, no, what you need to do is you need to get a copy of the death certificate. But as you're not a relative, I don't think you can get one. And by the way, I can't help you anymore. Bye. This is my solicitor who's acting for me. Just says, bye. Can't help you. What? Anyway, I spoke to the estate agent. The estate agent knew a bit, well, I shouldn't probably say this because it's been recorded. My estate agent knew somebody who could help him log into a site using a special link which he shouldn't know about, where he was able to find the death certificate and get it, even though he wasn't a relative. So we produced the death certificate, gave it to the solicitor, and the solicitor said, perfect, I'll send that to land registry. So she sent it off to land registry and think, job done. Anyway, I didn't hear anything for a few weeks. Rang up. Oh, yeah, I was going to tell you. Oh, thank you. But land registry have declined it twice. What do you mean they've declined it twice? Why have they declined it? And they said, well, under the lifetime tenancy, notice was meant to have been served on the relatives or whoever, the beneficiaries or whatever, a month after the lady died. And notice was never served. So land registry won't take it off the title. And I said, but she's been dead 10 years, 3 years before I bought it. Anyway, what happened next was I actually got into detective mode and I managed to track down the lady who's died's daughter. And I got her on the phone and I said, will you help? And she said, I will help. And now I've put her in touch with my solicitors, and my solicitors are now getting a sworn statement from her so that they can send that to land registry, and they're going to try and get it so that when it gets to land registry it goes to a solicitor, because apparently it could go to a non-solicitor. Try and get it to a solicitor at land registry, and they will hopefully then say, oh look, she's been dead for 10 years. We can actually take this off the title. Crazy, isn't it? But if I hadn't actually stepped in and made it happen, do you know what? Nothing would have happened. And because I've been in property long enough to know that you have to make these things happen, I got involved and I made it happen. I hope you found this video useful and informative, and if you did, then please come over to my website www.thepropertyteacher.co.uk, where you'll find loads more great property related resources, including free special reports to download and my best-selling series of ebooks, which includes the Successful Property Renovators Workshop, 63 Common Defects in Investment Property and How to Spot Them, And if you're just starting out in property, or if you want to grow your portfolio, you may be particularly interested in the Successful Property Investors Strategy Workshop, in which I'll take you through exactly how I started and built my property portfolio, starting literally with none of my own money, and how I built a portfolio of £2 million worth of property in just 4 years. And that was starting from scratch. I'll take you through everything that I did right so that you can copy me and do the same. And I'll also show you everything that I did wrong so that you can avoid the mistakes that I made, and so that you can progress in property and be far more successful, far more quickly than I ever was. And this is based upon my own real life experience, and it took me about 4 years to actually work out how to do property investing properly. But in the 200 pages in the Successful Property Investors Strategy Workshop, I'm going to show you all of that 4 years knowledge condensed down so that you can use it immediately. And until next time, here's to successful property investing.